people. Another beautiful day or night. Yep. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. Or excellent. What? What's up, Steam Deck fans? Steam Deck Tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good? Steam Deck Mom, what's happening? Steam Deck Squad, what's up? And you Steam Deck nerds, geeks, and freaks. And you investigators, what's happening? Alright. Let's see here. Let's talk about what do we got for the video game front. Alright. What do we got? Alright. What do we got for these Steam Deck fans? What do we have for you guys? What do we have for you? Do we even have anything? Something. Okay, Chris, what you got for us? Talk! Sitting here messing around here. On a Friday night, that is. Of course I got news to report. What is wrong with you people? I got news. Okay, give it to him. Sitting here playing around here. My God. Alright. What do we have? Let's see what we got. Alright, what do we got for you Steam Deck fans in here? Yeah. I had an article on what's Jensen, trying to find it here. Jensen Impact. Uh-oh. Where are you at? Come out. Oh, here we go. Ah. See? I got something for you. Here we go. Okay, Jensen Impact and Hollow Knights collides in a new Metroidvania. Alright. Take the anime world of Jensen Impact and fuse it with dark pixel aesthetics of Hollow Knights and you get this new Steam game. Uh-oh. Says that Jensen Impact, renowned for a stunning open world colorful cast of characters and flashy magic combat, says feels like a far cry from underground caverns of the iconic Metroidvania Hollow Knights. But what if you combine the two into a dark, twisted adventure? Will it simultaneously throwing in the bullet hell element of Vampire Survivor and a pair of cute bunny ears? You'll get Tevi. Says here, a new Metroidvania game from Cree Spirits, the creators of The Last Command and Rabbi. Tevi thrusts you into the magic quest of exploration where sun-bathed beaches and glistening snowy village are just some of the myriads of vistas you'll be exploring. Combat is in many ways similar to Hollow Knights. You'll hack and slash your way through foes and unleash devastating combination to raise your score. There is a sigil system akin to Hollow Knight's charm, allowing you to refine and customize your playstyle to ensure you take down your foes in style. Yeah, and this have a trailer too, so I will leave it in the description box. It says, but there's our bullet hell elements in there too, challenging the ever iconic Vampire Survivor. In the trailer above, we see protagonist Tevi take on a vast array of different bosses, all of which are basically throwing everything at you, including the kitchen sink, lasers, and any other death rays that they could find lying around. Yeah, get ready for this. It says here, Cree Spirit CEO David described Tevi as the team's most ambitious project to date, and it certainly feels that way. It certainly looks a lot flashier than the studio previous games, and as someone who loved Rabbi and Hollow Knights, Tevi is a dream come true. It says Tevi is out now on Steam, and you can pick it up for $29.99 / $24.99. You can also grab the Bullet Hell bundle to get Tevi as well as Rabbi and The Last Command for 10% off. If I were you, that's what I'll do after all. The Hollow Knights Silk Song release date doesn't look like it will be here anytime soon. It says if you're looking for to save some cash this festive season, though, we have a list. All right. So yeah, I will leave that link in the description box. All right, what else I got for you guys? Since we talking video games here on the Steam Deck. All right, let's see here. Okay, here's another one. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Speaking of which, Wine 9.0 releases with 35 fixes in total. Some Wayland driver fixes. Uh-oh. So Wine is always getting an update, you know. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay. Says here, the third weekly release. Okay, Wine 9.0, Wine 9.0 RC3 release with 35 fixes in total. Some Wayland driver fixes. Uh-oh. So here we go. It says the third weekly release candidate of Wine 9.0 is now available for this open source software that allow you to run Windows games and application on Linux and other platforms. Wine 9.0 is the most annual stable release of Wine that is due out in early weeks of 2024. Wine 9.0 RC is the latest weekly release candidate that will continue until Wine developers are comfortable in declaring it stable. Being weeks into the code freeze is just about bug fixing, and this week brought 35 bug fixes. Wine 9.0 RC fixes include a few Wayland drivers, a Vulkan crash issue with recent Radeon driver, RPG Maker crashing, various game fixes, Star Wars and StarCraft remasters to apps like Pegasus Mail. And it says download the full list of fixes for Wine 9.0 RC can be found via even release announcement. Alright, we'll leave that link. Alright, now what else we got for you guys? Since we're talking Wine 9.0. Okay, alright. What else we got? Alright, gaming on Linux. What you got? So what you got over here? Alright. Gaming on Linux is in the holiday spirit. See what he says here. Says gaming on Linux will be going into its usual most hibernating state to take a little break to recharge. Apart from any sudden big stories that appear or just plain boredom from me or guest contribution, you can expect news to be rather quiet over the next week. A big thank you to all supporters, commenters, readers for an absolute knockout year that smashed through pretty much every record I think we've ever had. For everything, it continues to be a real pleasure to run gaming on Linux and follow how Linux gaming continues to evolve. All right. Basically, he's like what he's doing is like the squirrels and the bear. They're hiding right now. He's hiding right now. Anyway, let me keep going here. See what else we got. On the gaming front. Whoops. What we got? All right. Okay, we know we got the Steam Winter Sale. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Godot 4.3 devs bring major rendering changes plus W4 games on console support. All right, Godot. Let's see what you're talking about. Says the team working on Godot have released the first snapshot of Godot 4.3, which brings with it some rendering changes that sounds quite exciting overall. According to the post, they've done a major refactoring of rendering systems. It says GH-83452, which paves the way for several improvements coming soon. One of which links in the post is a collaboration with Google and the Forge to further improve Vulkan. There's also a new Direct 3D12 rendering driver. Multiple controllers can now contribute to input actions. Nodes groups can now be configured projects wide. Freed objects are now treated differently. from null in comparison operators. Loading of screens with corrupted or missing dependencies will no longer be aborted, and an infamous bug causing areas to lose signal connection when pausing/unpausing the game has been fixed. It says, meanwhile, W4 Games, the company startup by some of the core Godot team, has announced their pricing for console port support for Godot. It's good to see a proper option out there now, as console support for Godot was something of a sore point for developers. The pricing may be a bitter pill to swallow for solo developers, considering it $800 just for a single console, up to $2,000 for the big three together, and that's every year too. And then it says pricier still if you're a big team or if you have a publisher. They did catch a fair bit of flack for it across social media that I saw, with multiple developers believing such console port support should have come from the Godot Foundation, not a separate company set up specifically to turn a profit like W4 Games, who have investors now, in parentheses. These developers mentioned the conflict of interest between Godot Foundation and W4, considering some people work for both. Various sources of developers not happy with it. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Then it says, for comparison on the pricing, specifically for console support, Unity minimum $2,040 per person per year, plus runtime fee, or 2.5% of your game monthly gross revenue when you hit 1 million USD gross revenue on a trailing 12-month basis and 1 million lifetime initial engagements. Then it says Game Maker is $800 a year. Unreal Engine is free until you hit 5% revenue share. Then it says in parentheses, lifetime gross revenue from that product exceeds 1 million USD. And then it says default is completely free. And he said here, worth noting as well, of course, Godot is open source, and no one is forced to use W4 Games. And any other company could make cheaper console ports too. What's your thought on it? Anyway, alright. Yeah, well, Unity messed up, and they're trying to repair that bridge that they blew up. And they lost some developers, so people went to Godot, and Godot now is the way. But then there were some issues, but now they're addressing it. Alright, now, what else we got for you little Linux gamers? Alright, let's see here. In Steam Deck. It says here, Steam Deck verified pick for 2023 holiday season. Okay, what are we talking about here? House flippers 2. Want to learn how to flip a house? Hey, we got a game for that. Alright, Layers of Fear. Alright, Cultist Simulator, native Linux. What's the other one here? Endless Dungeon. Okay, Sonic Generation. Oh yeah, if you love Sonic Hedgehog games, you know what that's about. Against the Storm. It's a dark fantasy city builder where you must rebuild civilization in the face of apocalyptic rain, as the Queen Viceroy leads humans, beavers, lizards, foxes, and harpies to reclaim the wilderness and secure a future civilization. Last survivor. Alright. Make way. Okay, it says speed around loops, through rain crossing, drift around helter-skelter, and unleash wacky weaponry in this modern take on classic top-down multiplayer racing game. The twist, you build a track. Yeah. They developers need to start doing that in these racing games that they have. Let you build your own track how you see fit. But anyway, here's another one. Inculinati is a turn-based strategy game from Medieval Manuscript where A rabbit bomb can be deadlier than a dog's sword. Become a master of the living ink. Build your own bestiary. Defeat medieval superstars and collect perks to unleash hidden powers. What's the other ones here? Okay, you know what Sonic. If you played Sonic the Hedgehog, you already know that's about. Sonic Generation Collection. Okay, Endless Dungeon is a roguelike tactical action game set in the award-winning Endless Universe. Recruit a team of shipwrecked heroes, plunge into a long abandoned space station, and protect your crystal against newer ending and waves of monsters, or die trying, get reloaded, and try again. Anyway, and Cultist Simulator is a size of forbidden treasure. Summon alien gods. Feed on your disciples. Cultist Simulator is a apocalypse and yearning. Play as a seeker unholy mysteries in a 1920 theme setting of hidden gods and secrets. If that's your type of game, then it's for you. If not, then it's not for you. And then Layers of Fear. Okay, all stories must come to an end, even twists and eerie ones. The canvas, the stage, the novel, the narrative-focused psychological horror experience is ready for its final brushstroke. It's certainly called its final chapter. Are you ready to return and face your fear? So if you're a fan of Riven and Mist, then you know what that game is about. Now, House Flippers, it's time to dust off your hammer. House Flippers back in a brand new fashion. Buy and renovate rundown houses, or maybe you want to build new ones. No, now you can start a rookie flipper and make a fortune by helping out the community of charming town of Pinnacove. Alright, anything else on the Linux and Steam Deck front? What else we got? Let's see if we got anything else here. Oops. Okay, we got let's see here. Okay, Dark and Darker. Okay, I think that game got an update. Dark and Darker update. Buffer Ranger yet again. Nerf Wizards. Iron Mace Games revealed its latest Dark and Darker update. One that brings even more class, buff, nerfs, new weapons, and server changes. Says Dark and Darker is effective as ever with the bustling community of dedicated competitive players and the RPG active developer Iron Mace. With constant balance changes and update, it's showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon. And no hot fix just dropped for Dark and Darker right in time for the holidays, with plenty of buff, nerfs, entirely new weapons, server restrictions, and more. Hotfix 25 is one of the biggest updates yet, and it could be your call to hop back in game. Says the latest Dark and Dark update is a massive for the RPG, and as is the case with all big changes, controversial Iron Mace new hotfix sees the Ranger class receive more buff. Much to players' base surprise, the update brings some serious cooldowns, drops to Rangers seeing the quick fix. Forceful shot and penetrating shot cooldowns go down from 24 seconds to a mid 18. Quick shot and multi-shot have some similarity drastic buffs, with the cooldown drop from 28 to 22. On the other hand, other classes like Rogue and Wizards have seemingly received the short end of the stick. If you main a Wizard, you'll notice that your magic missiles and lightning strikes abilities are no longer as powerful, with the latter also receiving a nerf to its area of effects. Look, if you're playing a Wizards and you're using arrows, that means you have to stay like long distance and do your attacks, if you get the point. And it says rogue players may Notice cooldown changes and a decrease in duration for cutthroat ability. The Shadowrunner movement speed run is also going down with hotfix 25, dropping from 15% to 10%. Bards will be happy to spot that Persuasion receives a fix in this patch, but no further request buffs or movement speed change that we've been waiting to see just yet. It's no secret to dedicated players that these classes change come with a hefty dose of why. If you check the recent Dark and Darker threads on Reddit, you'll mostly run into fans questioning rogue buffs and wizard nerfs, among other notes from the hotfix. Thankfully, the class change aren't the only big component of this big update. There is tons of new gear, from the golden failing axe, golden Viking sword, warhammer to useful items like herbs that you can collect in dungeons to craft potion with, as well as the magic protection portion itself. There's also several new magic resist armor plates, such as the Ornate Jezerint runestone gloves, dashing boots, and dark leather leggings. Says here, you can also notice you can no longer spectate other teams' players in high roller matches. The in-game countdown timer and player count display is also different now to make pre-teamers exploitation harder. There's also a unique new matching system that allows for solo, duo, trio across all maps, which rotates based on timer. Yeah, get ready. Says hotfix 25 brings a chapter system too, with additional chapters containing fresh quests coming in the future. The patch, if not already obvious, is downright immense. We've gathered more of the highlights below for you to conveniently peruse, with a closer look at some of the more worrying class changes, as well as the exciting new system. Yeah, hotfix 25 is out today, so yeah. And there's a video clip, so I will leave the link in the description box. So yeah, you PC gamers got your hands full with this one. But the thing is, when you play a wizard, you know you can, like, you got to stay at like a distance, like from here to here, and do your attacks if you're shooting arrows. So yeah, I mean, you could go up close, but that's depending on the player though, and their skill set. Oh yeah. Ooh, man, this update is big. Wow, this is big. You know what? I'm gonna have to redo this tomorrow. This list is big. Wow, look at this list. Let's see what they got here. Okay, let's see if I can get through this. Okay. It says class. Okay. Class changes rogue. 20 from 20% to 15, 14 to 18. Yeah, it's a big list. Anyway, it's a very big list. Other than that, man, that should help you guys out a lot, though, based on what they're doing. But there is a video in this. I will leave the link in the description box. Anywho, let's see. What else do I got to talk about here? Yes, it's the holiday season, and these developers, they'll bring out updates, you know, to cover the rest of the December, from the 23rd on through the new year. So yeah. Let's see what else. Okay, I did Jensen. There's another one here. Is there another one? Okay, got one more. I can give you one more. Why not? Why not? Yeah, but you guys are good, man. I'll come back at it tomorrow again. Actually, you know what? I'll do just that. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars, Star Trek thing, or Dark Side. Go.